Morning, all. All right, so we got 7 games in the NHL tonight. That's pretty busy for a Friday, and it's a full night. Starting at 7 o'clock Eastern, 4 o'clock Pacific, where we have 3 games getting going. A half an hour later, Game 4 gets going, and then we have the late games after that. So at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific, the Nashville Predators in against the Buffalo Sabres. Buffalo went to Nashville and won 4-1 on January 13th. So Nashville's going to be looking to bounce back from that. They're 39, 24, and 4 overall. They have a 612 points percentage, so very solid points percentage there. They were 9 and 5 in the month of March, so keeping pace there. Versus the Atlantic Division, they're 6, 5, and 1. They are currently the number one wild card in the West. On the Buffalo side, they're 24, 33, and 11, 434 points percentage, much better than what it was. And in the month of March, 8, 3, and 3. And against the Central, they've actually got a positive record, 7, 5, and 1. So for Buffalo, again, the season's wrapping itself up pretty quickly here, but there is reason to have some optimism for the future. So if Nashville takes Buffalo lightly, which they shouldn't after they lost to them in January, if they did take them lightly again tonight, there's a good chance Buffalo wins that. Also at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific, the Tampa Bay Lightning in against the Chicago Blackhawks. Tampa Bay won in Chicago 6-3 on March 6th. So Chicago now goes to Tampa to try to get their revenge. Of course, this is a 2015 Stanley Cup rematch, right? Chicago 24, 34, and 10 is the record, 426 points percentage, 5-7-2 record during the month of March, and a 5-7-2 record against the Atlantic Division. Tampa Bay, on the other hand, 42, 18, and 6, a points percentage of 682. And as ridiculous as that is, a points percentage like that could end up being a wild card in the East, because sure. 8 and 7 in the month of March versus the Central. They're 7, 3, and 2, and they're currently third in the Atlantic Division. We will see how long that lasts. The 7 o'clock Eastern start between the New York Islanders and New York Rangers, we shall cover next. They have split their first 2 meetings. On November 24th, the Rangers win 4-1. March 17th, so St. Patrick's Day, the Islanders won that one 2-1. The fourth and final meeting between these teams will be on April 21st. The Islanders are 30, 27, and 9. Their points percentage 523. They were 10, 6, and 1 in March, so 17 games in the month of March. Ridiculous. Against the Metro Division, they are 9, 6, and 2. On the Rangers side of things, they're 44, 19, and 5. 684 points percentage. 11 and 4 in the month of March. Versus the Metro Division, they are 11 and 6. They are the number 2 team in the Metro, and of course Pittsburgh won last night, so they're going to want to keep pace with the Penguins. 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific start time between Ottawa and the Detroit Red Wings. This is the first of 3 meetings. They'll meet again on April 3rd as well as April 12th, and it's been a rough year for both teams. Ottawa 37 and 8. There we go. I got the 37 out. 394 points percentage. They were 4-10 and 1 in the month of March. Against the Atlantic, they are 5-11 and 2. On the other side of things, Detroit 26, 32 and 9, 455 points percentage, 3-8 and 3 in the month of March. So neither of these teams like March. They'll be glad to put it in the rearview mirror. And against the Atlantic, they are 6, 9 and 3. So this will be a fun one. Again, the games between 2 teams that are not making the playoffs can very often be very entertaining games. Then we fast forward an hour and a half, 9 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Pacific, start time between St. Louis and Edmonton. So these teams have split their 2 meetings so far. This is the third and final meeting. On November 14th, Edmonton wins 5-4. On December 29th, St. Louis wins 4-2. On the St. Louis side, 37, 20, and 9 is their overall record. They have a points percentage of 629. They were 5, 6, and 3 in the month of March, so not great, but they did win their final 2 games of March. You can thank the Canucks for that. And against the Pacific, they're 13, 3, and 2. Again, Canucks helping them with that Pacific record. They're number 3 currently in the Central. Of course, they'll be watching what happens with Nashville tonight because those teams are right next to one another, basically. Edmonton, 38, 25, and 5 is their record. 596 points percentage, 9, 4, and 2 in the month of March. So they had a very good month of March. Against the Central, a respectable 9, 7, and 2. They are currently third in the Pacific. Saw LA get 2 points. They're trying to keep pace with LA as well. 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific start time between Vegas and San Jose. And I've worn a Vegas jersey because Vegas has won all 3 games. Why wouldn't they win the 4th? They won October 12th, 4-3. They won November 9th, 4-2. And March 30th, they won 3-0. So, combined score of 11-5 so far between these two teams. This, of course, is the second meeting in a row in Seattle. On the Vegas side, they're 37-28-4, 565 points percentage. They're trying to win tonight and jump past Dallas yet again. They were 8-8 in the month of March versus the Pacific, 13-5-1 record overall. On the Seattle side of things, 21-40-6 is their record. They have a 358 points percentage, 5-6-1 in the month of March. Versus the Pacific, they are 5-15-0. So rough time against the Pacific for them. 10:30 Eastern, 7:30 Pacific start time for Anaheim and Arizona. So this is another one of those games between two teams out of the playoffs. They can be fun to watch. I'm just hoping for no shootout because as much as I might enjoy parts of this, it's going to be a late finish tonight. So these teams have split the first two. This is their third and final meeting. November 5th, Anaheim wins 3-1. December 17th, Arizona wins in overtime 6-5. So crazy game there in the overtime victory on December 17th. We'll see how it goes tonight for Anaheim. They're 27-30-12, and they haven't won a game in a while. They have a 478 points percentage now. They're 2-9-3 in the month of March, and I'm pretty sure the 9 and the 3 are the most recent 12 games. Versus the Central, they're 4-14-3, so they've had a hard time with the Central. On the Arizona side, they're 21-41-5. 351 is their points percentage. 7-6-1 in the month of March, so that's respectable. And against the Pacific, 6-12-1. So their record against the Pacific is a little better than Anaheim's against the Central. But we'll see how things go tonight. So in the comment section below, let me know your winners for tonight's games. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.